As the anniversary of Cyclone Gabrielle's flooding of Hawke's Bay approaches, some of the local heroes who responded immediately say if they'd waited for emergency agencies to act, hundreds could have died.
A draft report of the investigation into how Civil Defence handled Cyclone Gabrielle is currently before the Minister, and it's expected to result in big changes. Alexa Cook reports from Hawke's Bay.
With just rooftops poking out of the floodwaters, locals jumped into action. This couple rescued just in time after being trapped in their ceiling cavity. A wall of water stretched from one side of Esk Valley to the other, and in the pitch black early hours of that morning, Storm Harrison was desperately trying to rescue his neighbours.
It was like a freight train rolling through.
But this road was under too much water and he couldn't reach them. Finally, the waters started to recede and he could get a Unimog in.
There was a mum and two kids on the roof of their house here. So we managed to manoeuvre the morgue over, jumped out, waded our way through the water and the silt, pulled the kids in and off the roof.
Were there people that you couldn't save?
Yep, there was a couple, but I think what hurts my heart the most, it always plays on your mind. You think, I wish I was there a bit earlier. Things might have been different.
He searched for people all day long.
Jumped in the river, which pushed us down to the house. And then from there, you felt things hitting you in the water.
What's it like being back here today?
Oh, yeah, but hard on the old soul.
Cameron Taylor also put his life on the line to rescue others. Using his helicopter, he saved over 150 people.
Oh, some were in bad ways. I found out later that there was children unconscious coming in and out of consciousness.
His own property was disappearing underwater, but he stayed in the air, hovering over floodwaters, plucking people from rooftops.
On the day, with Civil Defence, I don't think they realised Hawke's Bay because they kept wanting to send us up to Tutera. And I got on, because I was with the pilot and we can hear what's happening, and in the end I just got quite angry. I said, I've got our own community to save. You know, Tutera, there's wires lying, we don't know that area. I know this area, the pilot knows this area. It's the safest for us to be in saving our own neighbours. But I just think they had no idea.
Do you think this region is any better prepared a year on?
No, not at the moment.
So what could have been better with the Civil Defence response?
Probably one key thing is just comms, just comms and one key person that's in charge of everything. Too many chiefs, I think, was one key aspect.
Storm Harrison and others had no choice but to start rescuing their neighbours in those crucial early hours.
There was a lot of heroes that day. I think, for us, I think it's just natural as Kiwis to get stuck in there and save as many people as you can. A lot of people that saved other people's lives out here that weren't really recognised, and they should be.
Including himself and Cameron.
Kia ora, Alexa. So what did Hawke's Bay Civil Defence have to say?
Well, Mike, they wouldn't front for an interview despite being given several days' notice that this story was running today. Instead, they sent me a statement saying that the independent review into the Hawke's Bay Civil Defence response would be released next month. However, there's also a national inquiry underway, and I spoke to Mark Mitchell this week. He said that the draft report of that is in his hands at the moment and that it will result in some changes as to how our country responds to disasters in the future. However, exactly what those changes are and how big they might be won't be revealed until March. And something that everyone's told me over this past year is that they want to see many improvements made to communications so that authorities can actually talk to each other when things like mobile phone towers and energy companies and everything like that is wiped out in a disaster like Cyclone Gabrielle.
Alexa, tēnā koe.